EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cincinnati Bengals. All that and more coming up next.
Now from the riverfront of the Ohio, sellout crowd has arrived at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Greg, one of the joys of covering the league week in, week out, you watch guys grow and mature, and all of a sudden you turn around and look at the quarterbacks we have in this game. Now we're looking at guys who have arrived at that magic term, franchise quarterback.
Yeah, I think you just have to give a lot of credit, of course, to the player themselves, the work, the ability to invest in themselves to develop. But also in these organizations, they continue to surround these quarterbacks as they've gotten older with better talent, better systems, play to their strengths, maybe protect some of their weaknesses. That's what it takes to play at a high level at the quarterback for a long time in the NFL, and give credit to both these players and both these organizations. I think it's official. They have their quarterback of the future, and the future looks bright.
Britton Covey now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback. It's Jalen Hurts.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from the opening whistle.
That's caught. It's the tight end, Dallas Goedert. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
To throw on second down is Hurts. And he'll go right back to Goedert. He's got it again. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Hurts again. To the outside. Catch made by Brown.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. Play action. Here's Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. Here's Barkley. Powering forward. He's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg, able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Travion Williams to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021, national champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
We're looking at one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the league, and really, Mike, it's not just post-snap with the arm talent and the ability to make every throw, but it's even what he's able to do before the ball is snapped. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. Remember, coming off an injury-shortened season just a year ago, he's looking to prove he's still an elite quarterback in the NFL.
Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
The defense had their sights set on making a big play one way or another. First, it was the initial pressure. They thought they had the quarterback for a sack, but then they get their hands on the ball, and I think if you're this offense walking back into the huddle, Mike, an incomplete pass there.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Bengals out and ready to punt. Britton Covey deep for the Eagles. Yeah! And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Eagles offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
He's going to take a shot down the field. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
A gain of 37 yards. And an Eagle
1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run the toss to Barkley. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
On 2nd down, Hurts. Taking off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. To throw is Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he's in! Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception. On is Elliott to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles move out on top, 14-0. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, it's Travion Williams. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. He's got the hookup to Mike Gesicki. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Gesicki, the man in motion. They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On the zone read, they'll hand it to Moss. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the 1st half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. And he will have the first down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that first down.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the first down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now, Burrow. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. Third and a yard. Here's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this 2nd quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. On 1st down, it's Hurts. He keeps it himself. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. He's got his tight end, Goddard, working the middle of the field. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Bengals offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this 1st half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Now, Burrow. This one, deep downfield for Chase. That is hard. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside and 10. Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Here's 3rd and 2. To throw is Burrow. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2. 12 yards there and a 1st down. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This, about as short as you can get. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here, it was the always dangerous Saquon Barkley with the impressive first half. He found the end zone twice, once on the ground and once in the passing game, as he proved he's anything but a one-dimensional running back. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Here's Chris Evans to return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Throwing is Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Burrow. He's got Gesicki open down the field. That pickup good for 29 yards.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
2nd down and 3. They bring Chase in motion. Burrow here on 2nd down. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Third down, 3 to go. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Here's a handoff to Moss. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle. 3rd and inches. Burrow now. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
You just love to see this effort, especially on third down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
So now the Bengals and Burrow will come out and try to add 2.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
A run over center with Moss. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain.
Bengals 9.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Harris Campbell now on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. This one complete to Campbell. Down the sideline. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott on now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Eagles will extend this third quarter lead.
21. Bengals 9.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Evans. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Burrow to throw. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Whoa! Gesicki, the man in motion. 2nd down, Burrow. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. That's taken in.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And a pretty good punt there. A fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
That's to the right side, caught by Goddard. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurt. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Sam Hubbard, former Buckeye, in there to bring him down.
Up until this point, this pass rush has been pretty non-existent, so a pretty good time in the game to get their first sack. They're trying to get off the field and give the ball back to their offense and see if they can pull off this comeback.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Hurts. That'll be caught left side. It's Goddard. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
This a must stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Elliott now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Evans. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Taken in by Gesicki. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. This one downfield, taken in by Higgins. They'll pick up 23 on that one. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played?
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Burrow. He'll get this complete. It's Moss. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Here's Burrow. That is caught, finding Higgins. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. So, here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now, Burrow. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
First down throw there is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Burrow. He pulls it in around the 5. And he will get into the end zone. Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Bengals. So now to kick the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bengals couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, that recovery certainly makes things a little more interesting, but you're still down 2 possessions, so you've got to work fast, score quickly, and then line back up and recover another one.
They'll drop to throw. This one complete right side. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Two timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. He'll get this out wide. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their second. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. Here's a designed run. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. That's A.J. Brown and the rest of the Eagles offense set to take over once more. They'll come up here 1st and 10. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. So now the Bengals use their 3rd and final timeout. Clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, We say so long, everyone.